All right, Lauren, this week we went to the movie theaters to see the new Super Mario movie. Let's let everybody know, is it worth a trip to the theater? All right, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about the Super Mario movie here, okay? And I broke down kind of my key points of why I think this is definitely a movie that you should go to the movie theaters to go see, right? So, number one, if you're above the age of 30, right? I think that's the fair cutoff. You're a Super Mario kid. You grew up on Super Mario. That is like the video game that kind of represents different stages of everybody's life. So if you're a fan of Super Mario and you're in your 30s, this movie is full of like just references and nostalgia. Now, I don't know if you've seen this, but critics have shit all over this movie.
Why?
So the big argument from critics, but this is the problem with this is how out of touch like critics and people who review stuff is they don't understand. The biggest thing I saw was that there's an over reliance on Easter eggs and recognizable music.
What the fuck? That's what made it amazing.
That's Mario. And I think that's the big knock. Like everybody always knocks on video game movies. Oh, this one, whatever, Sonic, whatever, not Last of Us. What is the one with Tom Holland?
Spider-Man.
Uncharted didn't do this, you know? And I think the knock is always that they get too far from the source material and they take too many liberties with it. This movie is literally the video game translated into a movie in what can only be described as like a Wreck-It Ralph, like Minion style adventure. The story is nothing epic, right? But the animation is fucking top notch. And it's bright and it's colorful and it's going to keep kids' attentions. It's going to keep parents' attention.
It was funny.
Yeah, it was funny. I thought that the voice acting was amazing.
Yes.
I think Chris Pratt is good. I think Anna Taylor-Joy was good. And Jack Black was like, you couldn't have picked a better Bowser than Jack Black. So much of like when this movie was announced and they started announcing voice cast, there was like, you go into your head and you go, how is this going to work, right? You go, how is Jack Black going to be Bowser? These are recognizable.
Him as Bowser, though.
Well, but the problem is these characters have voices.
Yeah.
It's not like a movie where you're casting, Gru didn't have a voice when Gru came to be Gru. Steve Carell became Gru. Mario has a voice. Bowser has a voice. And so when you start taking these recognizable figures and adding different people to them, like I didn't have any idea how Seth Rogen could work as Donkey Kong.
Oh, so what I thought the movie was good at is I never once thought like, oh, that's Seth Rogen.
You never get pulled out of that experience.
This is so-and-so. I felt like I was just like, oh, that's Mario. That's Donkey Kong. We're cool. This is funny.
Yeah. And like I said, the story's not groundbreaking, but that's never what this movie was going to be. This movie's about a plumber who jumps on mushrooms. Like it's Mario. Mario's never had that big of a story. It's silly fun, right? It's like exactly what it needed to be. And I don't want to spoil anything, but just like even the training montage scenes and things like that, everything hit all of the Mario beats to like make you go, this makes me feel good.
You told me too that they purposely didn't make it like super, super long, like 3 hours.
So Miyamoto came out and said, like, I want this to feel like an old animated movie, like an hour and 20 minutes. You're in the theater, you watch it. And that's it. It's over, and you go home, and we can work on the next one. Now, I did find an article about some of the cooler Easter eggs that are in the movie. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, spoiler alert. Well, that's not working right now. There it goes. Okay, so if you haven't seen the movie yet, fast forward about 2 or 3 minutes. We'll get through these, and then you can come back on the other side. So at the beginning of the movie, they refer to Bowser as the King of Koopas.
Yes.
I don't know if you know that is a reference to originally, and I still will call him this from time to time. He was King Koopa.
And then they changed him?
In some of the original cartoons, they refer to him as King Koopa. And then at some point, they gave him a name Bowser. So they do refer to him as King Koopa in the movie. The Super Mario rap, which we talked about, there's a rap scene at the beginning of the movie that is directly from the original cartoon.
I remember that
series. Apparently, the pizza restaurant that they're in early in the movie is called Punch Out Pizza.
Okay.
And if you look on the wall, there's a picture of it's featuring boxers from the game Punch Out.
Oh, cool. No, I didn't know that.
Let's see. Jumpman, I told you about this. There's an arcade cabinet in the pizza place that is reference to the original version of Mario, which was just called Jumpman. And the arcade cabinet,
tell me that, but I didn't
the arcade
get it.
cabinet says Jumpman, and the guy playing it is a person who looks like the original Mario, and he does the jumping motion.
Woohoo.
Pauline, I told you about Pauline. She's who Mario rescues in Donkey Kong. She's also the mayor of New Donk City in Mario Odyssey.
Say that, and now it makes sense.
She's the mayor of Brooklyn in the movie. So I don't know if you know, one of Mario's first appearances was in a video game called Wrecking Crew.
No, I did not.
And so that was the reference of Mario leaving the construction company to become a plumber.
Oh, okay.
So it was because he was originally
okay.
When they do the cool scene where they switch to 2D and it looks like they're playing the level and they go down the pole at the end, there's a building behind it that is a restaurant called Castle Burger.
Oh, cool.
So it's reference to that's where the flag was always in front of the castle.
Okay.
Some references to some wrestling game, which wasn't a big deal. I thought this was cool. There's a French restaurant. It says like every building in the background is a reference to a Nintendo game.
That's cool. I didn't notice that at all.
And so there was a building in the background that was a French restaurant called Chasse au Canard, which translates to the duck hunt.
That was one of my favorite games.
And so it was a French restaurant that served duck.
All right.
I told you about the level 1, 2 on the way down.
I did.
So lots of stuff, and there's tons more that everybody needs to check out.
I think it'd be fun to rewatch it
and really
knowing all the Easter eggs, and then trying to actually locate them throughout the movie.
So I'm gonna say So Rotten Tomatoes, it got I believe 56% from the critics and 96% from the fans. So if you had to say right now, is it worth a trip to the theater?
100%.
100%. It's worth a trip to the theater. All right, Lauren, let's switch over to a new topic we're going to do each week called One's Gotta Go.
All right.
In One's Gotta Go, I'm going to give you 2 movies, okay? They might have something in common, but there's a kind of a through line through them. But basically, you're going to have to choose one of these movies to keep and one of these movies to remove from existence forever, and nobody will ever be able to see this movie again.
That's hard.
Now, this week, we'll start off with, I think this is a tough one right off the bat. We're going to start with Step Brothers or Talladega Nights.
You hit me hard on
so
this
you have to keep one of these movies.
All right, do you want me to go first, or you want to go first?
I'll break it down for you here, because basically how I did this is I grabbed some of the most quotable lines from the movies just to kind of spark a little bit of remembrance. Let's go Step Brothers to start off, right? Did we just become best friends?
Yes.
That's a classic scene.
It is.
Where they pull the sword out and it's signed by Randy Jackson. How about, I'm not going to call him Dad, not even if there's a fire. That's Brennan. It's the Catalina fucking wine mixer.
Yes.
Okay. Boats and Hoes. One of the most epic songs in movie history.
I agree.
And then there was, this house is a prison on planet bullshit in a galaxy of this sucks camel dicks.
My favorite is, this is a house of learned doctors.
Yeah, there was that. There's
the bunk bed scene.
Bunk beds.
Memorable.
She had a taste of the old bull. Now she wants the young calf. Okay, so that's Step Brothers. Then you got Talladega Nights, right? Classic. If you ain't first, you're last.
Yeah, shake and bake.
Shake and bake. I'm just a big hairy American winning machine. How about I like to picture my Jesus in a tuxedo T-shirt because it says I want to be formal, but I'm here to party.
That was amazing. I like when he talks to the grandpa and he's like, "Shut up, grandpa! I just pissed in my pee pants," or something.
Yeah. How about I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know. With all due respect. That's hard when I break these down.
So you're funny. You went by quotes. I went by scenes.
Well, and that, okay.
And so, okay, tell me, which one did you choose to keep?
I haven't chosen
I
yet.
have.
I was waiting.
Would you like for me to recap the
I was
scenes
waiting
for you?
to discuss this with you to see where I go.
So, scenes, right?
Okay.
Let's go to Step Brothers first.
Okay.
Okay. Now, for Step Brothers, you have the knife in the lake, right?
Yeah.
When he gets the knife in the lake.
No, that is Talladega Nights.
No.
Yes.
Oh, wait. No. Damn it. I wrote the wrong ones. Okay. Well, anyways.
Talladega Nights is the knife in the lake.
You have...
you can walk.
I'm on fire.
You can walk,
fire.
Ricky. Help me, Tom Cruise.
Yes.
Okay.
The cougar in the car.
Cougar in the car.
I like crepes.
Yeah, say crepes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then the shake and bake.
Shake and bake. There's El Diablo. Mm-hmm. Hey, Bobby, how do you turn on the surround sound of the TV? So here's the problem. They're both, I think, equally on my list of movies. I have a hard time ranking one over the other. One came out in 2006. One came out in 2008. I tend to give just a slight edge to Talladega Nights.
Well, I finally found all my scenes that I remembered.
Okay.
Once I tell you this, it might sway you a little bit.
Okay.
You have to remember, don't put when Brendan put his balls on the drum set. Did you touch my drum set?
Yes.
He looked me in the eyes and he looked like he want to rape me.
No,
okay?
he said, that's not what it say. He had this crazy look in his eyes, and at one point he screamed, "Let's get it on. I'm not a raper."
Exactly.
Okay.
And then this is a fucking prison on planet bullshit, like you were talking about
that.
earlier. Uh-huh. Okay. Then you have the whole thing where they wear the tuxedos to the interview.
Definitely.
Can't forget about that.
Classic.
The classic Sweet Child of Mine singing part where
singing.
they just keep on singing and singing and singing and then what's going to wreck.
Yes.
And they keep on going.
Yes.
Okay.
This is all Step Brothers.
Yes, Step Brothers. The bunk bed scene.
Yeah.
That might have put it over for me.
Really?
Yes.
The power tools.
The power tools and the sleepwalking.
Why did you let us have power? This was such a bad idea.
Yes. And so when I really sat down and I looked at like each scene and I kind of replayed them, Step Brothers went over that edge for me.
Oh,
it had more memorable moments.
You're missing.
And I love Talladega Nights.
You're missing so much of Talladega Nights, though. You're leaving out, I'm going to break you like a wild stallion. She's a tractor beam of hotness. I just slaved over this. I've been slaving over this dinner all night. Yeah, but
Boats and hoes, Dustin.
If you don't like
they had a music video.
Hey, if you don't like Big Red Gum, fuck you.
Fuck you.
That's from the movie when they're doing the endorsements.
But
hell, Bobby, you could be second, third, you could be 11th.
I'm going straight up Step Brothers.
You're going Step Brothers?
I'm going Step Brothers.
I'm going Talladega Nights.
Damn, we're 2 for 2 tonight.
I'm going Talladega Nights. I think that ultimately Talladega Nights, like scene for scene, is the better movie. Like, there's a fucking cougar in the car.
There's a cougar in the car.
All right, let's end this show with Watch This. This is the part of the show where you tell me what you watched this week, Lauren, and let's try to keep it down to like 1 to 2 things.
I'm just gonna keep it to 1.
All right, 1 is perfect.
I started rewatching Vanderpump Rules from the beginning.
Oh wow! Okay,
and it was kind of crazy.
That sounds fun, actually.
It is, because I wanted to remember all of the drama with everything going on right now.
Vanderpump is almost like watching Star Wars. Like, there's so much lore to that TV show that if you don't know the full story, you don't understand, like, who hates who and why.
Well, like with the whole new Raquel shit that's going on,
okay,
it made me forget everything that Jax did in the beginning, that he got a girl pregnant, that he cheated on Stassi every other day, all this other crazy stuff.
See, I forgot he got a girl pregnant.
Yeah,
I didn't remember
Vegas.
that. That's wild.
Yes, sir.
So I didn't watch much TV.
Mm-hmm.
I watched some YouTube, and I fell down a rabbit hole of this young man named TJ Breeze.
Who's TJ Breeze?
He's the cart narc.
Oh, I like him.
And so I watched a lot of the cart narc, but he's kind of on this new thing where he's just parking enforcement. And he was just hanging out in like a parking lot and telling people that it was closed and trying to charge them money to park there. And these people,
shit, for real? Were they
these
paying to
people
park
are
there?
mad. Like, they get really mad.
But did they pay to park there?
No, nobody ever. Like, he doesn't go that far. He's not trying to take their money, but he just like pushes people's buttons until he gets them. It's good.
Mad.
It's good.
I'm gonna have to watch him then.
TJ Breeze is good.
Boop,